you go.
Okay, guys, welcome to the webinar tonight. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you get a ton out of this and that you sort of get a little bit of insight into how Amanda and I feel living this life that we live. I like to call it a life of freedom and a life by design, and we're going to get more into that tonight and discuss all those things with you. But first, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, and then Amanda's going to go into her story and her background and where we started. The reason that we want to do this is so that you guys know that, like, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. It doesn't matter if you have experience, how old you are, how young you are, if you're fit, if you're into social media, if you have time, if you don't have time, whatever it is, anyone can do this business. Anyone that wants it can do this business. So my name is Chelsea Wiemet. For those of you that don't know my story, I'm going to go into it. I'm 27 years old. I am a nurse by trade. I'm not a nurse anymore, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. I was always, I guess, a fit person. I like to use the word skinny fat. Like, I was always thin, but I was not healthy. Like, I did not eat healthy. I ate like an obese person. I had a really bad diet because I always thought that I would never gain weight. And then I gained weight because I was in nursing school, and I sat there in a freaking chair for 2 years and didn't exercise and didn't do anything. So eventually I started my own. Amanda, if you could mute out what Ross got on the phone. Thank you. I get real distracted real easily. What was I saying? I started a health and fitness Instagram to work on myself, and had a huge transformation just from counting calories, but that's not important. What matters is that I came across my sponsor, my mentor's Instagram page. And I'm not sure how we found each other, but we found each other through Instagram. One of us found one another. And I saw her living this life of traveling, and she got to work wherever she wanted, and she got to work not a lot of hours, and she got to quit her job, and she had this life of freedom and happiness. And I was like, what the hell does she do? Like, I want that. I sort of always, my whole life growing up, I didn't come from like success. My family is by no means like well off. I was raised by a single dad who was an alcoholic and depressed and not always there for me. I did not come from a good family. I didn't like, if you saw my life before this, you would not think like she's going to be successful. But I always wanted more from life. Like, I always growing up was like, I'm going to give my kids more than this. And I want to work for what I have, unlike my dad, but I want more. Like, I want to give my kids more. I don't want to put them in daycare, and I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck or have credit cards or be in debt or worry about money or any of those things. I wanted more from life. I just never knew how I was going to get it. I always honestly thought, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just marry rich, or maybe I'll win the lottery and it'll just fall into my lap and I'll be able to afford all the things that I want, and that'll be a great life. Like, that's really what I thought. I had no idea how I would ever attain those things. I didn't think it was something that you could ever go to school for, that's for sure. But I fell into nursing because I liked helping people. I had a situation in high school where I dated someone for 4 years who was in the hospital a lot. And it like really hit home, and losing my mom when I was younger, I thought that nursing was like where I was supposed to be. Again, I didn't know that there was more out there. I didn't know how to get it. I knew I wanted it, but I was just like, I have to pay the bills right now, so I'm going to be a nurse because I like helping people, and that's great. But I will say that I have always hated working for someone else. I know that's like, I like working, I work my ass off, but I want to work for my dreams, not someone else's. So in nursing, I did that for 3 years. I was in healthcare my entire life. I mean, I started as a tech when I was like 17 years old. And once I came across my mentor's page, she approached me about the opportunity, and I was like, oh no, this is a scam. Absolutely not. Like, this is a pyramid scheme. I'm not a salesperson. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'll never be successful. She's only successful because of X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is that I thought, I'm sure you guys are all thinking those things. And I told her no like 12,000 times. Like, I ignored her messages. She was really like personable. She was really just trying to help me change my life. I wasn't hearing it. I didn't think that it was possible for me until one day I just was so fed up with the life that I was leading, and I was blaming my circumstances for my unhappiness. And I just said, like, why not me? Like, if she can do it, then why can't I do it? Like, she doesn't have anything that I don't have. She doesn't have training. She didn't have a fitness background. She didn't have anything that I didn't have. She wasn't any different than me. So I took the chance, and I started this last June. So I've been doing this only 13 months. And in 3 months of this business, I was able to cut my hours back from nursing from only working 2 to 3 days a week. And in 6 months, I matched my nursing income. And in 9 months, I was able to quit my job. So in May, I retired from nursing and now do this full time because I exceed my income from home doing something that I'm passionate about. I know that all the things that are going through your head, I thought those same things. It doesn't happen overnight, I'll tell you that. It takes hard work and it takes dedication. But if you can give a year of your life to doing something that can really change your entire life, then why wouldn't you? So that is my story. We're going to get more into like how it happened and what we do and what this is all about. And I'm going to hand it over to Amanda so that she can share her story and you can sort of see. And I just want to say really quick before I give it to Amanda, no, I'm not a mom. I am a dog mom. But that doesn't really count. And, but I just want to tell you that I was still busy. I was working overtime when I started as a nurse. I was planning my wedding. Like I was in the last month of planning my wedding and, we were buying a house. I mean, I was busy. We're all busy. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. I'm just as busy as any moms or teachers or any walk of life of all the coaches that are on my team. We're all busy. It doesn't take a lot of time, but we're going to go more into that, a little bit later. So Amanda, if you want to tell your story.
Thank you. Okay, so my story is a little bit different. I went to school for my marketing degree, and then I applied to go get my MBA, and I actually landed an awesome job before I was accepted into any MBA program, and they offered me a lot of money, and I took it right away, and I was super excited about it. I got to travel. They paid for every expense. And I was my own manager. So I kind of run the show for this company. And it was awesome for the first couple of months. And then I got pregnant. And I had to tell them. And then they were a little angry because at 7 months I couldn't travel anymore to these big companies that I was already working with and all these clients. So they decided they were going to fire me because I couldn't travel. And at 7 months pregnant, I didn't know what I was going to do. We just purchased a house. I was freaking out, and no one was going to hire me at all. So my cousin owns a couple different Allstates, and he said, you know, why don't you start learning how to sell insurance, and maybe you can start opening up your own Allstates eventually. I was like, okay, that sounds like a great idea. And then as I started getting into insurance, I hated it. To me, insurance was a complete scam, and I hated sitting there all day long for 8 to 9 hours calling people constantly, and I was just staring at the clock over and over, like just counting down the hours. And so then I had 6 weeks after I had my daughter, and I was dreading going back to work. I didn't want to leave her, first of all, and I did not want to go back to that job because I was depressed there. I was miserable. I would make excuses. And I love to work. Since I was 16 years old, I had 2 to 3 jobs. I loved working. I loved making money. It wasn't that I was lazy. I did not know what I was going to do, especially because I thought I was just going to have a huge breakdown because I had a newborn baby and I did not want to leave her. I didn't even want to leave her with my mom. So randomly, I came across Chelsea. I did not know Chelsea at all. And she told me about the opportunity because I wanted to lose weight originally. And then she got to know me a little bit more, and she, heard my story, how I hated what I was doing. So she offered me this opportunity. And at first I was like, there's no way. Like, this is way too good to be true. I don't know about this. And then I kind of remembered when I was in school, when I was getting my degree, my professor, he was 70 years old, and he said, you guys, if you can get into network marketing, and at the time, I didn't put 2 to 2 together, and now still to this day, I remember him saying that because he was completely right. He was laughing at us that we were in college because he said there was such a good opportunity out there, and nobody believed him, and now there's a couple of us actually that got into it, and we joke about it. We're all in different network marketing companies, but we kind of joke about it because he said that to us. He was a smart 70-year-old man. But anyways, that's kind of my story and how I got started. So we have 2 completely different stories and different backgrounds. So I will hand it over to Chelsea.
Do you want to sort of share where you are with your business right now? Amanda, so I just want to explain, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I am, I guess you can say, it sounds weird to say still, but I just say the founder of our team. So our team is called the Free to Believe Empire. So on my team, Amanda is a coach on my team and then has a team of her own, a very, very big, awesome, successful team. So I just want to say that, like, you, depending on who invited you to this call, that person would be your mentor. They would be your sponsor, and you would be a part of my team and Amanda's team. And we're all one big, huge team. We all want each other to succeed. Like, I know that at any job I've ever had, it's always been so catty and so like competitive, and you never want to like tell your neighbor something good that just happened or something that you like heard that like could help your business or your job or whatever it is. Like, you wouldn't want to share that with anyone because they might steal that idea or they might do something to like get ahead of you. Like, this is not like that at all. We are all one huge happy family. We hold hands and sing Kumbaya, not really, but like literally it's so amazing. And one of the reasons why it's not a pyramid scheme, and I'm sure that you guys are thinking that it is, because I did it as well, is that like Amanda or any of the coaches technically under me that like I have signed up can far exceed me. They can make more money than me. They can exceed me in every single possible way. And we want that. I want that for all of my coaches. I want them to make more than me. I want them to be successful as me. There's so much room at the top or in just the success circle for everyone. And we want that for everyone. Even if they're not on my team, they're not my personally sponsored coach, I always try to help as many people as I can. And Amanda does the same thing, because we want everyone to be successful. There's room for everyone to succeed in this business. So I know that at your job, I don't think you can make more money than the CEO of your company. And in this job, you absolutely can. And that is why it's so amazing. It's crazy. But I think I just interrupted Amanda there to tell you how successful she is myself. Her team is huge, and she has only been doing this since November. I can't count right now, but that's not very long, not even a year. So she's been doing amazing. She already earns well over a full-time income, and she never has to leave her baby. She gets to stay home and work with her every single day. So now I want to talk about how we earn and what we actually do, because you're like, okay, this is great, but how do you actually, like, what is a day in the life of a Beachbody coach? I just first want to say that if you just want to become a coach because you want to get rich quick, that's not going to happen. Don't do it. It's not going to happen overnight. This is not just about like, I don't ever want to attract the people that just want money, because you're not going to get very far. When I first started, I know personally, I was like, well, I sort of like, I like helping people because I'm a nurse and I'm already working on myself as far as my health and fitness goes, or I want to work on myself more. So why not do it? Like, why not help people? I had no idea how I would make money. I didn't know that I could ever exceed my nursing income or get six figures for the things that I've always wanted in life. I didn't know that any of this could come from this business, from this opportunity. So I just want to start out by saying that if you just want six figures, like tomorrow, it's not going to happen. But if you want to build a successful business and sacrifice a year working hard, you can get there. So I usually say that there's two things that we do as coaches. One thing is that we host an online accountability and support group. We call it a challenge group. It's basically just a private group on Facebook where everyone is working on themselves. We're all doing some sort of program, some sort of Beachbody program. I know Jackie has been in one in her first week. I actually just posted her transformation picture on my wall last week. I didn't tag her because I didn't know if she wanted me to, but in 1 week, she was in our challenge group already, and her results were freaking amazing because it's a huge support system. We're just in there every single day, sharing that we got our workouts in, that we drank our shakes, that we stayed on track with our food. We have little challenges, little pick challenges. We have like a plank challenge. We have like a squat challenge. There's prizes. It's fun. It's just an accountability system. On the weekends, I always go in there and I'm like, guys, don't go in the cupboards. Like, I'm here for you. It's just a huge, huge support system. And we really just work towards our goals together as a team. And as coaches, we host one of those a month. Sometimes I do more than that, depending on how many people and what the date is. And then the other thing that we do is that we build a team of coaches. We mentor our team of coaches. And that's not necessarily mandatory. That's not something that you have to do. But I will say that if you're interested in building a big business and you are interested in earning residual income, that is where that comes from, is building a team of coaches. And I just want to tell you that you hear these things that what we do, and you wonder like how the hell you're going to know how to do that. I just want to tell you that when you get started as a coach, so depending on who invited you to this call, or if you're listening to the recording, who sent it to you, They would be your mentor. They would be your sponsor. As soon as you sign up, and we'll talk about the details of signing up, we get you right into what we call our coach training group. Again, that's a private group on Facebook. It's 2 weeks long. There's a video lesson in there every single day, 7 to 10 minutes long. And we literally teach you every single thing that you need to know as far as social media, how to write messages, how to talk to people, how to help people, how to build relationships, how to build your network, and anything that you need to know to be successful in coaching, we teach you. We're there helping you every step of the way until you don't need us anymore. So don't think that we're just going to throw you to the wolves and think that you should just be successful on your own. We teach you everything that you need to know. There's systems and implements in place, and that is all something that you get when you become a coach. So as far as what we do, I always sort of struggle because it's a little bit different now, and maybe Amanda can share a little bit about what she could explain about what we do. Obviously, when you first start as a coach, what you do every day is a little bit different than what I would do now because I do this full time. But it really is the same 3 consistent behaviors every day that you're going to learn about that are coaching vital behaviors. And it's really, that's what we do every day. You reach out to people, you share your health and fitness journey. You reach out and build relationships with people. Like, we literally get paid to like make friends, to talk to people, to meet new people. And literally it's just sharing your journey. So I don't know if Amanda, if you have anything else that you can explain that, like what we do on a daily basis.
Well, like, just like what you said, like, we really just want to build relationships, and you want to start having people trust you. And I mean, before this, I guess I wasn't good at like building relationships with anybody, but now I want to know every little detail about someone's life. Like, I want to get to know that person because we are like a little family. And I mean, obviously a lot of you have full-time jobs right now, and a lot of people don't like who they work with. Well, when you get to start knowing people, this is who you're working with every day. So you want to build that relationship, and you want to have a trustworthy relationship and like the little community that you're working with every day. So that's one of the things I really like about that. And that's one of the things that I stress every single day in my business. So that's what I have to add.
Right. It's really just, it's so simple. It really is literally just sharing your journey. And I know that we get a lot of people who come to me. I know that someone recently just reached out to me as far as the health and fitness part goes. But then, was also like, well, I like your lifestyle, but I'm not in shape. I'm not fit. So I just want to go over some of those concerns. Again, I talked about the time. It literally, if you guys heard that I was planning my wedding, I was working overtime as a nurse, I was buying a house, I'm busy. We're all busy. I literally had maybe 30 minutes a day, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, not always an hour. And that's literally all it took me to build my business and replace my income in 9 months. It's as little or as much time as you have. It's really all it takes. It's sharing your journey. Like, it's sharing with people that when you're around them, that's really all it is. It's not something that like you need to, I don't know what I'm even trying to say. It's just sharing your journey. It doesn't take a lot of time. And as far as being fit goes, I guess because I was an athlete in high school, you could say that I have a fit background, but I wouldn't really consider myself like, I'm not like a personal trainer. I'm not super into fitness. I don't love working out every day. I like working out every day because it makes me feel good afterwards, but like, it's not something that I'm like, yes, I can't wait to work out every day. Like, I was not like obsessed with fitness. I am obsessed with being healthy, but I just want to say that that's not a requirement. Like, I think personally that the best coaches are those who are not perfect, as you want to say. Perfect doesn't sell. No one relates to perfect. If I were to just post every single day that I got up, no problem, did my workout, I had no excuses, I didn't struggle with anything, I love it, I wanted to do it every single day, I ate perfect every single day, and that's all I posted about or all I shared about with, I don't struggle. No, I love eating healthy, I never want pizza, I never want cookies. If that's all I shared about, no one would relate to me. People want to see from the outside that you're a real person, that like you had to deal with the excuses in your head and you still got your workout in. People want to see that you're real and that you're relatable. So I think that the people that start out with a journey that they are sharing right then, that they have a journey to start working on, make the perfect coaches because you're so relatable. People want to see that if you can do it, then they can do it too. Trying to think of other hesitations that we usually have. Obviously, you all wonder, are you salespeople? This has to be a sales thing. The reason I said no so many times was because I was like, I am not a salesperson. I cannot lie to people. I have to be honest. I'm not going to sit there and try to convince people to do anything all day. My husband was even like, "When you're going to go from being a nurse to being a salesperson?" And I was like, "No, I'm not a salesperson. It's literally, we do not sell." There may be some people in the Beachbody world, and there may be some people in network marketing that give us a bad reputation because they do come at you in a salesy way. I apologize on their behalf for them. But all I do is share my life. All we do is share like the struggles that we've gone through, how we've overcome them, what health and fitness or being positive or anything that this business comes with has done for our life, and we share it, and it inspires people to join us. Our goal is never to like Beachbody, vomit all over anyone. It's not about Beachbody. It's about building your business, being positive, and having a huge team of a support system. So Amanda, I don't know if you want to talk about some of the benefits of coaching.
Yes, I can. Okay, so like Chelsea just mentioned, it is a huge support system, and I think that's one of the major things. A lot of people I guess have this perception like they get nervous. I know I've had so many people get nervous because they're like, I don't want anyone to judge me on my journey, or I don't want anyone, to think differently of me. And in our little community, in our little group, we have a huge team page. We're all very positive. There's no negativity in that group, and there's no negativity in anything that we do in our little community. I mean, there might be negative things about Beachbody. Yes, of course, there's negative things about anything in life, but in our group, we're so positive, and it's kind of like an uplifting thing. I know for a fact all the people on my team and Chelsea's team and the people above us, you never see anybody posting anything negative, and that's just because we are surrounded by positivity all the time. So that's one of the pluses, and I think a lot of people like that about this, because negativity, even if it's not something that I guess it affects your life. But if you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, that's all you see, like, it's kind of depressing, right? So that's one of the positive things about coaching. Another thing that I really like, and I did not start this right away, is one of the 3 vital behaviors, like Chelsea already discussed, is personal development. And I thought this was silly, and I didn't need to do it. And I was like, all right, I already have like a positive mindset. Like, I don't need any like outside influence to affect me. And personal development is so vital to our business, and it really changes your whole life. So not just Beachbody in general, but everything in your life that you're surrounded by. And it's made me a better mom. It's made me a better daughter. It's made me a better girlfriend. And I guess you really can't understand it until you start experiencing it yourself. And I know that some of the people I talked to, they actually started reading some of the personal development books I mentioned on my Facebook. So that was awesome. And they said it really, made an impact already on their life. And that's just a little bit of it. So there's, yes, coaching, you are making money, and you are changing lives, but you're bettering yourself and the people that you surround yourself as well. Another cool benefit about coaching is you can earn, I know a lot of you guys probably been following Chelsea and I, we got to take a free trip to Nashville, and it's called Summit, and it's a huge big event with all these different coaches that we all have that same mindset, and it's just it's a life-changing event. And you can, if you are successful in your first 3 months of your business, you actually earn a free ticket to Summit. So that's pretty neat. Another thing that they do is you have the ability to win a free cruise as well with Beachbody if you work hard. What is it, Chelsea? Over a course of a year, right?
Yeah, I started last June, and I was able to win the Success Club trip, and that's what it's called. And I shouldn't call it that. It's really treating you. It's a success trip, and it was in April. Last year it was in Cancun, and I was able to go to that. And then this year it's in a cruise to Jamaica or something like that. And it's really just by helping 3 people a month, you win a free ticket. So that's pretty crazy.
Do you have anything else to add to the benefits?
No, obviously we get discounts on programs. I mean, I have an endless amount. Like, I never run out of workouts or things that I try. We get discounts on clothes. You get, besides the fact that and I know that we're running out of time, we talk a little bit too much. But besides everything that Amanda just said, what was I just going to say? You obviously get a discount on the programs, but what is huge about this company is that they really, really urge you not to be a salesperson. They say, do not be that salesy person. Like, just get out there and help people. Like, we're here to help people. This has nothing to do with sales. And I've never worked for a company ever, or ever worked at any job in my life that rewarded and recognized people for their hard work as much as Beachbody does. Literally, like, the things that they put on for us, like Amanda just said, Summit and the cruise and all the trips, like literally every time I turn around, they're like sending me something, like a new free something, or like more clothes, or a book, or new programs to try out, or sending us on another trip. Like, I've never, like, never even got a pat on the back, like, hey, thanks for saving that person's life as a nurse. Like, I never got that. Literally everything that Beachbody does for us is insane. They really, really recognize all of your hard work, and your recognition, or your reward is insane. I think those are all the benefits. I mean, when you join the team, we have like a weekly call like this, like we're doing right now. We have weekly calls where we talk about something, like we really just teach our team a new topic or discuss a new topic. We don't just work together, we do life together. I mean, we're obviously, like I said, a huge team of teams and positivity. Like Amanda said, I was super negative before I started this business, and I did not do personal development or read or any of those things when I first started either, because I thought I was better than that. I don't really know. I was like, I'm not going to read unless it's like 50 Shades of Grey or Hunger Games or something. So I don't need that in my life. And then I was like, yes, you do. You absolutely do. I was so negative. And this is not, like I said, obviously we all have bills to pay, and it would be great to replace your income, but it's not just about the money. Like, my life has completely changed in every single aspect. I do want to discuss, before we run out of time, sort of how you get started. Amanda, we're not going to go into the price of how you get started, just because it depends on the program that you go with. So whoever invited you to this call, when we get off, just reach out to them and say that you're ready to get started, and they can talk to you about like the actual prices. But Amanda, if you want to discuss like why a challenge pack is the best way, I guess.
Yeah, so there is 2 ways to sign up, but obviously you want to be proof the product works. You want to have a transformation. You want to be a real person and be using what you're, I don't want to say selling, but you're sharing to these people. So the best way to save money is through a challenge pack. And what a challenge pack is, it's a workout program. So there's all different programs, whatever best suits you. And then Shakeology. And Shakeology isn't just, I guess, a quick fix or meal replacement. There's so many different benefits to Shakeology. But the challenge pack, I guess, is the best way to go, because also your coach fee is waived. So that's just simply put, because we don't have that much time left.
Right. That's the best way to, I mean, like Amanda said, you need something to share about. If you don't have a program or something to share about, you're probably not going to get very far. I tried just signing up with just the coach fee, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to go anywhere if I don't have anything to share about. So then I got Shakeology, and then I was like, oh my God, I don't have a program to share about. And then $350 later, when I could have just gotten the bundled pack for less than $200, I would have saved a lot of money if I would have just listened to my sponsor. So I'm just telling you, I learned the hard way. We're trying to save you money here, I swear. But if you really think about it, and sometimes I have to remind some of my coaches this, that like literally you're starting a business that can build you $2 million or more, and will, if you don't quit. And I just want to tell you that to pay less, like far less than $200 to start a business that can really reward you in that much. I usually say to them, like, what if you had spent like $100,000 on starting a business? Like, I think you would be working a lot harder. So just keep that in mind when you think about, what you're actually starting here and the possibilities. So I hope that we answered all your questions, and I hope if you have any other questions, or if we didn't answer something that you're still concerned about, please reach out to the person that invited you to this call. Our next coach training group that we talked about does start on Monday. So the deadline to join us in that coach training group would be tomorrow or Saturday. I usually tell people tomorrow so that I can send you some things and get you introduced to the team. And I just want to ask you guys before we get off, and obviously this is not something that I need you to answer right now, but just something off the call. Like, how many of you have debt that you want to pay off? Or how many of you want to live a life of freedom, or want to travel, or want more for your future? Just really think about those things and the possibility of like the money you'd like to make, or like we just said, not just about the money, but want a real change in your life. And this is your sign right in front of you for a change that really is insanely life-changing. So just think about all of those things and the possibilities from what come from this. I don't know what I was just going to say. Amanda, do you have anything else?
You're like freezing on me. No.
I'm freezing?
No. I just want to say, because this is what I thought, even though I really wanted to do it in the beginning, I just thought it wasn't the right time because I had a daughter, and I just realized that you're never going to have a perfect time in your life. Like, there's always going to be something that comes up, and that's where, that's why there's some people that really succeed and there's some people that don't go as far. And I think really there's never going to be a perfect time. And I just want to emphasize that because I learned that.
Absolutely. I always say that I blamed my circumstances for so long and said that I was so unhappy and I'm so miserable and I want more and I want all these things from life, but I don't want to do anything about it. So just remember, there's no perfect time, like Amanda said. So now is the time. But thank you guys all for coming on. I hope I answered all your questions. And reach out to whoever invited you here if you have more. And we can't wait to get you started and have you on the team.
Bye, guys.
Bye.